Hi. I've been feeling a bit self-conscious about not getting the dress like a zebra memo, but then I realised I dressed like a microphone. So I'm actually feeling quite pleased with myself now. Yeah, me and you are going to be all right, okay? So, so I was at the... Now, come on. So I was at the poetry thing earlier. It was great, thank you. It was great. And I was sitting there listening, but there was a minute where we didn't have to listen, and I was thinking about the moon. I was thinking, because it's poetry, my mind always goes to the moon. I was thinking, I wonder where she is. I wonder if she's listening. It was raining, but I think she was, and I was feeling the rain just coming down on the roof and the moonlight coming down too. And it reminded me of this story. And I live in Glastonbury on the Levels. I don't know if you know it that well, but it's like more squelch, less traffic than here. Yeah. So there's this girl, she's walking home, and she's just walking home by the light of the moon. And the moon, she's like all gorgeous, old, wonderful crony women. She's pretty nosy. So, so she's pretty nosy, and she just, standard, exactly. You might not understand that. Where is she? Talk to me later. Yeah. But she's pretty nosy, and this night, I don't know what's going on, she's like leaning right over, looking right. Maybe she's trying to get some quick word or something that she's trying to... Anyway, she's leaning right down, and she falls in. She just falls completely out of the sky and like into the... thank you, microphone. Sorry, won't do that again. She just falls in, and like the mud just completely covers her, and the girl is totally dark, and she can't find her way home, and the moon's like pushing herself because it's determined, we're determined, just pulling herself up, and just gets up for just one little dazzle. Oh, I got that word in, great. Dazzle, just one dazzle, and the girl, she sees her way home, and she runs home, and the moon just collapses back into the mud. That was a nice noise. And people, they don't notice because there's tea lights, strip lights, dental lights, heating lights, lamps. There's all this other kind of lighting, and then people have forgotten about the moonlight. So no one notices one night, two night, I don't know. I mean, Glastonbury, people have started talking about it, but out on the Levels, no one's noticed. And then after a few days, people are like, where's the moon? There's no moon. I definitely didn't see any moon last night. So they gather together. Everyone gathers. And the girl comes. And she's put two and two together, and she knows that light that she saw was the moon. But when she first started to speak, when she was younger, she saw things and she heard things that she couldn't find the words for. And in that room with all those people and all that worry and tension, she couldn't find the words. She put her hand up at one point, but no one noticed as she took her hand back down again. Then she started thinking about the moon and how it shone that night. It was so beautiful for that moment. It was so beautiful. And as she started to think about it, she started to emanate light. And because she was emanating light, they noticed her. And they looked around and they said, what have you got to say? And she said, I think I know. And she took them out onto the Levels. She took them to where she'd seen the moon, this great big muddy puddle. And there, standing at the edge of the light, she felt it completely fill her. And she started to sing that song, the Twinkle Twinkle, the one that everyone knows. And it was sweet and it was beautiful. And there in the depths, the light shone a little bit. And then someone else, they read a poem about their own life, a poem about what happened deep inside of them once, a poem that they'd totally forgotten about. And then someone else, they were really good at that I don't know if the stage is... Anyway, you have to trust me. It was a kind of high-kicking dance I can do really well. And all around, they began to share, and they began to laugh and share and cry, and some of them talked too much and some of them talked too little, but it all pretty much evened out in the end. And then the moon just... up. It just went back up, up, up in the sky, and everything became tidal again, and they remembered their rhythm, deep down, their own rhythm, and they walked away, and they all lived happily ever after, just like us.